So we've got food truck. Food truck, what does that mean? Please, like I said, try to practice. Meanwhile, food truck, food truck, food truck. What does that mean? It's a vehicle, yeah? Vehicle in which food can be cooked and sold that moves from place to place. Food truck, a food truck. Food truck. It's a vehicle where food is cooked and sold, yeah? And don't worry, later when I post my summary, usually for example, food truck, if I feel like you need an illustration, you need an image, I'm gonna post it separately later, and you can get kind of like look at it, what food truck is. If you're on hurry now, just go on Google and put food truck, and you see what does food truck look like. Yeah, you might have it in your country, in your culture, you just wasn't aware. You might call it in your own language in different ways, yeah, but it does exist in English language as well. Food truck. So we've got food truck, yeah, a vehicle in which food can be cooked and sold, yeah. So people, they use a vehicle, usually a large van, yeah, a large van. At the back of the van, they turn it into like a wee shop, like a little shop, and they cook food and they sell it, yeah, ice cream or whatever, burgers, yeah, that moves from place to place. That's the point. That's why they use a vehicle. They don't have like a static shop. They move from place to place, and they offer food for people to kind of like eat on the go. Yeah, so there was a food truck parked outside the station selling tacos. Yeah, Mexican taco, oh, so delicious. Who doesn't like tacos? Who hasn't tried tacos before? Let me know. Yeah, so we got food truck operators, so people who use a food truck, yeah, use social media to inform customers where they will be. So because it moves from place to place, so they get you when you buy from them the first time, they're gonna give you like a card or something, or on the package or whatever, that you get their social media because you like their food that much, and they let you know about their whereabouts. Yes, this is a noun, but originally whereabouts, yeah, it's a question. It became a noun, whereabouts. Whereabouts, yeah, where they are, where they move to, where they're moving from to, yeah, to a whereabouts, yeah, a whereabouts. So that's the second word that has to do with the word food, yeah. So whereabouts. Hello Talk told me that you could use different options now. I can't see them, sorry about that, but I'll inquire later. So whereabouts, yeah. Please be an active rather than just a passive viewer, yeah. Whereabout, practice, whereabout. You seen how I wrote it? So go like whereabout. Write it down, just copy me. You don't have to include a sentence or whatever. Whereabout. That's how you learn the spelling, because you're struggling to write it down, and you're practicing your writing skill. And when you're speaking, you're repeating, you're practicing your speaking skill, yeah. When we learn a language, you should be aiming to practice 4 areas, 4 skills. You've got speaking, listening, writing, and reading. You have to do all of that. And with Hello Talk, it's an awesome application for language learning, in my opinion. Because, for example, here you've got people interacting and you're doing a lot of reading, yeah? Even when I write something down on the whiteboard here, you're gonna like you're doing reading, because you're reading, you just don't notice it, but you're doing reading. If you've got generated captions here of what I'm saying, you're reading and you're doing listening. So what's left? It's left speaking. Not only people think, I just come on stage, if I'm shy then I can't do speaking. No, when you decide to be an active learner, you start like repeating after me or after others. While you're doing reading, do it out loud, yeah? loudly, read loudly. That's how you practice your speaking, just in a different way rather than speaking to a person in a kind of like normal conversation. But then guess what, if you do like reading and speaking, then what I want you to do is writing as well. Copy me, just copy what you see, yeah, copy. Or guess what, the best one is interact with each other. They're learners like you. But sometimes, oftentimes, we got people also native speakers. They come here from the UK, from Canada, or whatever. We used to have Harley. She's Polish, but she has been living in the UK for her whole life. So she's really advanced, and she has like a native like level. She's not native, but she got a native like level. And this is, by the way, what you can achieve. You can never speak English. You can never be an English native speaker. Why? Because native means you're born speaking English, and you can never do that because you're Japanese, you're Venezuelan, you're Brazilian, or whatever, yeah? But guess what? You are native speaker in your own language. You're a native Farsi or Persian, you're a native Arab, you're a native French speaker, a native Spanish speaker, yeah? So there is no issue with that. But what you could achieve, in my opinion, is a native like level. You can speak it like a native. Hard work, but right tools, yeah, as well, then you could speak it. That's from my own experience, believe me. So we've done food secure, food truck so far, yeah. Let's keep going. Food truck. This is all collocation, but also general, and also kind of like academic English, yeah. I'll let you know when I feel like something is academic. Why? Why do I have to tell you? Why? Because when you speak, sometimes you use academic English. And when you speak to a live stream or whatever, they tell you, come and see a natural English. No. This is just academic. You're using a word. Instead of saying, I go pick up my children, yeah? When you are speaking, when you write to your boss, if you're living in the UAE, or you're an Egyptian working for a English-speaking company, you're writing to your boss, asking for a leave, yeah? You want tomorrow as a holiday, and you write to your boss, yeah? You don't tell them, I'll go pick up my children. If you speak to them on the phone, tell them, I would like to, I need to go pick up my child. But they tell you know what, Mr. or Miss, yeah? You should write me a report. You should write me a letter informing me officially about that. When you write the letter, you don't say, I pick up my child. This is wrong, yeah? When you write a letter, tell him, I go collect my child from school or hospital or whatever, yeah? I go visit, yeah? My child at the hospital, yeah? I go for a hospital visit, yeah? I make a hospital visit, or I go for a hospital visit. When you speak to him, yeah? Or when you write, I visit my child. Use academic English. If you use spoken English, then you don't speak. Although you're good at general English, but you don't speak, in their opinion, you don't speak English very well. Yeah? You should be learning English. So, yeah. So we've got spider food, yeah? The next one is spider. You know what spider mean? A spider, Spider-Man, yeah? An animal, an insect. So a spider